check, 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 check. We not take back no check. You pep talk. Tiggity check, 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 check. Hey girl, this lady shot. We know it's a while. You don't want the drama. When Tyson rise up the llama, say to pray at night with your father. He got thing by him out from the corner.
This is George O'Connor, and you're watching Lady Shan.
Oh, but what I do want to also say is that let's talk about the meltdown. A lot of people are criticizing him for that. There's bits that you could be like, all right, cool, but he's also in that damned if you do, damned if you don't club. When AJ lost to Ruiz and AJ lost to Usyk the first time, people was like, he doesn't mind losing. He seems too nice. He doesn't seem to mind losing. And then the minute then he shows he spazzes out, everyone's like, oh, he's classless. He's a petulant child. Which one do you want the dude to do? Like, he's being real. And then he breaks down at the press conference and everybody's mocking him. I don't feel that's right to like, all right, you picked up them belts. And I know he's probably thinking, them fucking belts, man. I've paid so much money to you lot for sanction fees, millions of pounds. And like, this is just boiled down to this load of rubbish. Maybe they weren't your belts to pick up at the end of the day, but so I mean, but that dog, we needed to see that in the fight. How about that? Yeah. That attitude, you should have did that in the fight. So how did you feel about that?
Well, the thing about it is we got to understand that we're all human beings, number one. And things happen. Things happen. It hit him that he lost to this guy twice in a row. Now, it's going to be a while before, if he fights again, it's going to be a while before he's in the picture again. Because now his stock is going to go down. His ratings are going to go down. And, and unless he fights somebody of a different stature to get him back at the top, to get in line for a world title, then
he's got money. He can do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but still, it's not just that simple though.
He's a cash cow still. I know you're saying his stock's gone down, but I mean, still fighting AJ, you can still gonna get your biggest payday, whether he's got belts or no belts.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's a popular guy. He is. But the thing about it is, who do you put him in with? And that's gonna be the biggest question.
Do you know who they're saying? Go ahead. They said maybe Joseph Parker and out of Parker and Joe Joyce, because then that will put him back into WBC. That will put him into the WBC rankings, which he was never in.
Right.
So they said he may, because Mauricio Suleiman said, him. He's greedy. He's like, no, Joshua's not finished. We would like to see him over here. Like, yeah, of course you would. Yeah, sanction fees, of course you would. But yeah,
but still, look, but these guys aren't going to do it for nothing. These guys want to get paid, and and they know that. For them to risk their ranking, they're going to have to pay a lot of money to do that. So
do it. Do it, mate. Everybody else is doing it. You just got paid £50 million, which is $70 million. Come on, just pay him. Just pay him. Everyone else is doing it. Just pay him. May as well, because everybody wants that payday from Joshua, like what Canelo says.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Yeah, we know. So I don't know. Maybe he could pay his way. I mean, he came out already on record. He apologized, by the way, but he said he's not done. I mean, his DAZN deal just starts now. So I mean, it'd be silly to be like.
I think you have to understand too. Look, when you look at boxing in its entirety, you look at all the best fighters in the world. The majority of guys have lost.
Of
and
course.
come back. So, so it's not the end of the world. He can make a comeback. And, but how he comes back, and who he fights coming back, that's going to be a big question.
Who would you put him in with coming for a comeback fight? Who would you want to match him up with for a comeback fight?
I don't know, because see, the thing about it is, it can't just be the average Joe.
No, you can't. You can't go domestic. You don't. Someone said Rick Glazer said Nathan Gorman or this guy. You won't even know him. I thought he was like 70.
I heard of Nathan Gorman.
He's domestic.
Yes.
He's small hall.
No, you can't put him in with nobody like that.
Piss. Yeah, exactly.
You have to look in the top 10 in the world.
Yeah, or 15.
Yeah, or the top 15. You have to look there in order to find someone that's, willing and able and capable of fighting him, and they would do it. But like I said, it's going to cost them a lot of money because nobody's going to risk,
high
a
risk.
tough fight.
Is it high risk? High risk? No, but is it high risk, high reward for that person?
Yes.
High risk, low. It could be both. It could be high risk, low reward, because if they lose, the high risk is, they get a lot of money. I tell you who's put their foot forward again. Otto Weilin, who's a southpaw. I feel that AJ needs more southpaw training. You're just going to knock him out. Give him a few rounds, knock him out.
Yeah.
But, he's still a good candidate. He's ranked in the top 15. Right. You need more southpaw training.
But now
but it's just not just southpaw, but
that's what I'm saying. He's just looking at Usyk. He can't just look at Usyk now.
No,
he gotta, he'll probably never fight Usyk ever again. That'll probably never happen again. But,
and he don't need to. Usyk got your number.
No.
He beat you. He's better than you. That's just the bottom line of it. Yeah.
So, so he got to move on from Usyk.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I know they're going to try to make Fury and Usyk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Fury wins that fight.
I'm not sure, Uncle. I'm not sure. You know why? I'm not sure. I know everybody.
I believe it.
I know, because Fury's too big. He's too big.
No.
You've got to catch that dude. You've got to. Who's technically better out of? Tell the truth. They're both great technical boxers, but who is technically better than Fury out of Usyk and Fury? I say Usyk, technically.
But the thing about the boxing, you can't just look at the technical side. You got to look at the full picture. And Fury, a guy like Fury, right? Fury has a really good jab. Fury is going to control this fight the way it's supposed to be controlled. He's not going to let Usyk get around him. Plus, he's a bigger guy, and he's going to fight 6'9". He's not going to fight 6'3". Okay? Mm-hmm. He's not going to get down there. Fury is going to grab him, lean on him, put his weight on him, make Usyk, fight to get out. Make Usyk complain to the referee. I'm trying to tell you, that's the way Joshua was supposed to fight him. Use his weight. Use everything. Make this guy tired.
He did a bit of lean on him, though, not too much.
But not that much, though.
But it's easy to say, just get him and lean on him. Usyk, going into having to do that fight, he knows Tyson Fury's style. He knows Tyson Fury's going to catch him and lean on him. Tyson Fury, he's nimble for his size. Give him that credit all day long.
Yeah, absolutely.
He ain't faster than Usyk. You got to catch Usyk to lean on him. You have to. And Usyk's going to try.
Usyk is not hard to find. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not hard to find.
When you're 6'9" as well, just cut off that ring.
But
quick.
Still, Usyk is going to use his height. He's going to use his weight. He's going to use everything.
Fury.
Yeah. Fury is going to use his height, his weight. He's going to use everything. He has a good boxing knowledge too. He's not a crazy, stupid guy. He knows the sport. He knows. And I'm going to tell you something. He's going to control the fight with the jab. He's going to grab Usyk a lot. He's going to get warned a lot because he's going to lean on him. I'm telling you.
You got to walk him down off the ring.
And that's what he's going to do. And, his style is a different style than Joshua. He's not hard to, he's not easy to hit. Fury got head movement, he got all of that. He's different. He's built different than Anthony Joshua. So, and I'm telling you, this fight, that if the fight happens, which I doubt it even happens.
I want $500 million, you bum dosser.
Yeah, because Fury wants a lot of money, and Usyk wants a lot of money. So
Yeah, but Usyk's laughing at 500 million. He's like, what? No, come on. You know, we already heard that the deal's already been made, and I reported it today. December 17th is penciled in Riyadh, where Joshua beat Ruiz. For December 17th, the day before the Soccer World Cup, Football World Cup here.
right.
And the person's supposedly looking at 150 million site fee and Fury getting 50 million of that. I don't know how true that is. It's a reputable source. Every time I report from them, it turns out to be true because it's the Daily Mail, which is a reputable source newspaper here. It's not a tabloid. It's a broadsheet.
Right.
And every time I use them as reference, it always turns out they always break news real quick. So for the fact that that's been said, if you're going to get 50 mil, mate, then that's, you know, we're still missing one more zero because you said you want 500 million pounds. Do you think Fury will take that fight? Because I'm going to let you know, Uncle Coach, that he was on today on Talksport saying that Fury was saying that Usyk's not even in his era. So if they can't come up with 500 million, you know, this guy just talks. If Usyk's not in his era, and even if he doesn't fight Usyk, it doesn't affect his legacy at all because he's still the greatest of all time and the greatest of this club. Usyk, really, he's just a pumped up middleweight. And then the guy was like, well, if he's just a pumped up middleweight, just beat him then, innit? Just he's like, yeah, but I'm retired, but I want my 500 million. He's like, they've got until next week, Friday, to see if Fury is going to accept this. Because then the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman said on record yesterday as well. That's why he's saying we welcome Anthony Joshua because you know you might be getting Tyson Fury. You may have to strip Fury, so you have to keep both of these heavyweights, you know, in good regard because you're gonna have to swap one in and swap one out. And we're gonna see then. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, that the fight happens and that he will take the fight. A lot of people that I speak to don't think that will happen. And the way that I see that it will happen is that like whatever the money, it'll get agreed. And then Fury Usyk will happen. If we're going to go with what you're saying, Fury wins. He becomes undisputed. He resigns. So he vacates. If Usyk doesn't get this fight, he said he's just going to retire as well. So either way, they're both retiring, win, lose, or whatever. They're going to retire. So then the belts get fragmented. Then this is where we get good old Joshua, who did this the first time round, came along when Fury vacated and scooped up them belts. Because no disrespect to them other heavyweights. No disrespect. Joshua cleans them all out. He cleans out Joe Joyce. Don't care what anyone says. He cleans out. There's no point of Andy Ruiz. He can do that again if he wants. He beats Dillian White again. Like literally the difference, the drop between so you got you got Usyk, Fury, Wilder, AJ, and then when it drops down, it's a big, massive drop. Like from number 4 to there's a massive drop. I mean, you've even got Derek Chisora in there. I mean, come on, Anthony Joshua, whoever gets one of those belts, Joseph Parker gets a belt, or Joe Joyce gets a belt. I mean, you're going to have like Joseph Parker against Anthony Joshua, part 2. I mean, Anthony Joshua, am I got like mist going, like have I got fangirl mist going across? Just tell me, because I feel that this time Joseph Parker doesn't go the distance. I just feel that Anthony Joshua the old Joshua, we'll get him out of there. So that you just take that belt. I'm sure he can clean up them belts again and become 3-time unified heavyweight champion. I don't know, maybe he can come undisputed. But with whilst Fury and Usyk are in the game, I feel that, no, that's not going to happen. They've got to do their thing. We want to see undisputed because we're all boxing fans. We want to see undisputed heavyweight. We haven't seen that for 30 years. So do you just feel that he could come and collect those belts after them lot just vacate?
I don't.
Oh, God.
I don't.
What do you think? He doesn't beat anybody?
No, I'm not saying he don't beat anybody. But still, I love my guy's chances against him. I love Philip Perkins' chances against him.
We're good. Whoa there. I love you, Uncle Ronnie. But whoa. We're going to get to
I love my guy's chances.
You got to, because you're his coach. You couldn't say
No,
anything.
that's just because I'm his coach.
No, but you couldn't say anything different. Uncle Ronnie, don't stop. You couldn't be coaching someone and go, yeah, I think my guy loses. He loses.
No.
You can't say that. You can't say that. You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't. And
No, look, but I'm just telling you what I know.
okay, well, all right, we'll move on to your guy then, because I think we know what Joshua got to do, what he don't got to do. You know, we'll be back on the Joshua train the next conversation, I'm sure, Uncle Ronnie. You know, but one thing I will say in wrapping up, I don't feel that Joshua should come back in December. I feel that he should take a nice vacation, a nice vacay, and get accustomed to your trainer, and come back next summer. Come back next summer, you know, and start your run there, because everything, the dust will have settled by then. If there's rematch clauses, do you know what I mean? There's no rush. Don't come back in December, because
you don't have another rematch clause.
Say that again.
You don't have a rematch clause.
No, not for rematch. I'm talking about between like Fury and Usyk. And you know, there may be one there. So I mean, like,
there'll definitely be one there.
Yeah, get those out of the way. So come back by you know, next summer. You'll be
absolutely.
Yeah, you'd be more you know, used to doing what you were doing with Robert Garcia. If you keep him Robert Garcia seems like he's really determined, and he's really he's invested. You know, I haven't got a bad word to say about him. I feel that, you know, he could have been. What I don't like, say, is that I think Angel Fernandez needs to get gone. Nobody knows him. If we ask anybody, I ask all trainers and people in boxing, nobody really knows him. Like, and Anthony Joshua still had two people talking to him in the fight.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's why he should have just went to you. I told him anyway. I said it through the net, like I told him, like I spoke to him, but I told him through the channel, Uncle Ronnie, you gotta go to America. Just stay in America 3 to 6 months. It's not gonna hurt you. You've got private jets. You can, if you need to quickly go to London, you quickly jump on a jet. Or if your people need to come, you put them on a jet. You've got too many yes people around you that are not telling you the real deal, Holyfield. Anyway, moving along now. Philip Ergovich. Now, I'm gonna
Chickity check. We not take back no check. You pep talk. Chickity check. Hey girl, let's lay the shot.